Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Boruto episode 110. So, we are back for more of our adventures with Kakashi and Guy, and also Mirai. Mirai's learning a lot about her father, and they're now going to a hot spring where you can supposedly talk with the dead. So, I wonder if that kind of hot spring actually exists. Will she actually be able to talk to her dad, or will it just be like, because I talked about last episode in the discussion about whether it might be like a figment of her like imagination of what her dad is like, or will it actually be Asuma? I'm not sure. Like, is it like a hallucination kind of thing rather than a ghost? Where it has the personality she thinks he would have, not his actual personality. But, anyways, yeah, I'm really looking forward to if they find that hot spring or what happens this episode and all that stuff. So let's get into it, guys, shall we? Alrighty, so we are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, interesting. Right into the opening. I'm sure we've had that before, but not for a while. That means they have a lot of ground to cover this episode. It's going to be a good one. No, I don't know. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. By the way, guys, I used to watch my recordings like the night before, but I've been working on getting ahead and staying ahead. So I'm hoping that I know 112, I believe, is another like recap-ish episode, but I think I might try to do like I did last time and still do a reaction to it, but do a double drop as well. So you guys can look forward to another double drop. Hopefully, I can remember. I'm not sure if I'll do 111 and 112 together or 112 and 113. We'll see. Resurrection Hot Springs. That wasn't part of the deal. Spoiler episode title. We're not bringing him back alive, are we? So we're getting a little bit of recap on this, I guess. It exists. Mira is so jumpy. Hmm. Did she ask around? Hmm. That was a cool shot. I like that. Hmm. Maybe she doesn't want to. She likes the way she remembers her dad, and she doesn't want to ruin that vision. Don't they usually have towels like right outside the hot spring? So they like get out and put a towel on. I don't know how it works. I just know how it works from other anime. Hmm. I imagine they're not going to bring it up just for us not to see it. Like at least an attempt. Does I was just thinking about when she was looking at the moon. Does the moon have a mark on it from the fight that Naruto had on it from that one movie? Or is it just a moon? Hmm. Oh boy. Like a mirror, I just didn't say anything there. The girl just like drew a little map. She looks at the map, looks at the girl, and just doesn't say a word. uh. Oh, Mira did a good job distracting her from the scariness. Hmm. Warm water, huh? I guess if it's all you got. Interesting. I feel like hot water is like never refreshing, but I guess it does what it needs to do, right? It's just water. They get into a fight or something. Ah, that's always the story, isn't it? Damn. Poor kid. Gotta start thinking about that yourself. No. Uh-oh. Okay. We're going. I was worried, like, because Tatsumi was like walking kind of behind her, and then it like zoomed in close on her face. I was worried she was gonna look back and he's gonna be gone. Oh, this is just kind of her dreaming of what her father must be like. What it would be like to be there with him. Oh. Wait, so was that an actual thing, or was that just something she, like, dreams about? Or was that, like, part of it? That's a big moon. She was blocking the spot where I think there was a mark, though. We could always go back in the discussion. Look, but I also don't remember if the moon was hit hard enough back then to leave a mark that size. I can't recall. It's been a long time since I saw those Naruto movies. Holy crap. She's not a shinobi. It's actually kind of really cool. That's actually really cool. No, but what I was gonna say is seeing Mirai move around with someone who isn't a shinobi, because usually, like, everyone we see is jumping from the trees and stuff like that. It's really cool seeing that, like, Tatsumi struggling with that and stuff. Just creating a bridge. Jeez. Uh-oh. Who's this? Is it a genjutsu? Uh-oh. Why was she lurking? This is ominous. Don't ask the stranger that weirdly walked out of the woods for directions. And now she's coming with you. Is Kakashi gonna show up to save her? Kakashi knows all. Kakashi knows she left. Kakashi is God. What was that creepy dude under the hot spring? Or the waterfall, I should say. He's got his face covered. I don't trust anybody that has their face covered. Oh no, this is such a trap. Why would anybody put a hot spring in here? Sulfur, that's not good. Aw. Or... I'm not gonna tell myself now, no. It's a trap. Okay, that's kind of a cool place. What is this? Some crazy cult. $20. Waiting there almost a month? You guys are about to be sacrificed to summon the steam god. I don't know. No. Like lambs to the slaughter. They wouldn't have to showboat it so much if this was a real thing. So we can murder you to summon our god. Yup. And then the door's shut. Oh, who's this creepy dude? You know who he reminds me of? Oh, what's his name? He was like a con man from the Monogatari series. Oh, his arm. Did you guys see that? He has the same stuff as the guy from the Akatsuki, Hidan, on his arm, doesn't he? It's like the same tattoos, like black and white tattoos. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Is it gonna be like a sudden death? Are they gonna have to kill each other to use someone as a sacrifice? Oh boy. Yeah, look at his hand. I guess it could still be a glove, but it looks so much like what Hidan used to have all over his body, though. Hmm. No, Mira, your first instinct was right. Oh no, Tatsumi's next? Jesus. Hmm. What happened to the other girl that walked in there? Did they ever get close enough to see him? Ugh. Sorry, Toby. She has so many layers on right now. Oh. What is he doing? What's that ring? Hmm. Oh, no, what? Oh my god. Damn it. Oh man. I wanted to know whether it was a scam or not. Like, okay, so I knew the episode was going on longer than it should have. Like, I knew that we were going to be coming up on the end, but I wanted. I was hoping that, like, I mean, it's pretty clear that it's some kind of scam, but I guess I was just hoping to find out a little more before it ended. Alrighty, that's the end of episode 110, guys. So, man, I wanted so much more, but that was a really good episode. I like how instead of going with like a goofy story with a goofy resolution, we're getting into something a little more serious, you know? Even though I really did love, like, the past few episodes and all that, but I do like getting into things that I can speculate on a lot more rather than just, like, self-contained episodes, you know? But, so, I'm curious as to a couple things. Now, I'm thinking that this hot spring is real, right? But this isn't the hot spring. So we know that Tatsumi had a map of the area, even though it was a rough map, you know. That tells me that they were trying to go one place, and then they got to a fork in the road, which brought them to another place. My guess is it was a genjutsu that steered them the wrong way, right? Into this other pathway, you know? And maybe the hot spring actually did exist that allows you to see the dead, but these guys have kind of overtaken the pathway there, and are leading all these people to do, I don't know what. I made the joke about, like, they said they needed 20 people, so, I was thinking, like, a sacrifice to their god or something, or now that I see that the one guy has what looks to be similar to Hedon's markings on his hand, and I don't know if it goes up his arm or not, but I'm wondering if maybe there is sacrifices needed to do the immortality thing that happened to Hedon, right? Maybe you need to kill like 20 people in order to get that ability. Now, I might be stretching. That guy might, like, I don't know. His hand looked weird, right? Like, my first instinct was it was like Hedon's, like, drawings that he did. Like, I'm not going to say tattoos because he didn't always have them on, I don't think. But in some of the other shots, it almost looked like it was a mechanical arm or a mechanical hand. So, I don't know. Like, it almost looked like it was a prosthetic, I think I'm going to go with my initial impression, just because it's a land of steam, that's where Hedon came from, and, we're on this journey with Mirai, who Asuma was killed by Hedon, so I feel like there's going to be all kinds of, like, connection being made there, but, I think that'll be really cool, because I talked about, like, when this arc first started and they first mentioned that the Land of Steam is where Hedon was from, my first thought was, oh, maybe they'll bring him back or something, because he's, like, buried underground or whatever, but he's immortal, supposedly, so theoretically he should still be alive underground. So my theory was that he'd come back, but maybe it'll just be something relating to the, kind of jutsu that he used. I'm not sure. I could still be wrong about that guy's hand, but that's super interesting. And obviously, he claims to have mastered the reanimation jutsu, but we clearly see the method at which he's doing this is not reanimation, right? So my guess is it it's some kind of like genjutsu kind of thing that projects your memory of the person, right? So I'm wondering if, because one reason that even backs it up from this episode, granted we haven't had much time with it yet, is almost right away the people in the mist were speaking to the other people, like, we had Tatsumi, who heard voices as soon as she stepped into it, whereas Mirai hasn't yet. So, and I think that's because she's never heard her dad's voice, so she wouldn't have a frame of reference for what he sounds like, And that might be why he's not talking yet, because the genjutsu trick or whatever can't fabricate his voice off of her memory, where it could for Tatsumi, because Tatsumi knew her mom before she died, But that's just, granted, it's also where the episode ended, so it's very possible we pick back up and he talks and it's some other thing, but I'm pretty sure it's not the ghost of, like, I'm sure it's not like the reanimation where it actually brings the person back and they can, like, have a conversation, I feel like it's some kind of trick, and I mean, I called it from the beginning, right, with the, well, not the beginning, but, like, as soon as we saw that girl lurking, and then she was like, I've been to the hot spring, I'll take you there, I was like, no. You don't just have someone that walks out of the trees that leads you in the direction the second you get lost and not get suspicious. Come on, Mirai. And then they talk about the reanimation jutsu, and she still, like, just accepts it. But, I mean, I know she really wants to see her dad, so she might be, like, pushing some of her logic aside in order to do that. But yeah, I had my theory that Kakashi is gonna show up. I still have that feeling that he might. Although I wouldn't mind if he didn't, and Mirai kind of, like, figured out how to get out of the situation. It's also possible. So my thought was Kakashi might be following them because we've noticed they've given us kind of those clues in the past like 3 episodes of this arc that wherever like whenever Mirai thinks she's like going behind Kakashi's back, Kakashi is like, "Oh, I know what you're doing," you know. Um, and here she left and she's like, "Oh, it'll be fine as long as I'm back by morning." I feel like Kakashi knows exactly what she's doing. Now, providing that I'm wrong, my alternative theory is that Kakashi might wake up, be like, Mirai's not here, and be worried about her, and he can summon his ninja hounds to pick up the scent and go find her. So that's kind of my 2 theories right there as to how Kakashi could have been with them, you know, really, either in secret or he's going to catch up using the ninja hounds. Now, there's obviously the option where Kakashi doesn't catch up and she handles it all on her own, which is fine too. But that was just some of my theories going on throughout the episode. But yeah, I don't know how many of you guys have seen the Monogatari series, but there's a con artist that shows up at one point that was oh man, it's been so long since I watched that show. Oh, what was her name? Like the wow, I can like it's so weird. I can like almost see the name in front of me like when I was reading it in the subs, but I can't bring it out. Wow, okay. Well, I guess that's not gonna help. I can't remember the con artist's name, and I can't remember the girl's name that's like linked to him in like his stories and stuff like that. But anyway, regardless, I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about when I mention con artist and Monogatari. I think it's pretty clear, and when I say it looks like that guy, so you probably know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah. So interesting. He's definitely a creeper, but yeah. I wonder. I'm super curious if he has any connection to the Hedon stuff, and what their overall plan is here. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess I can say this. I felt really bad for Tatsumi talking about her mom and everything and how they got into a fight. Unfortunately, it's a very cliched story, you know, where like someone passes and right before they pass they had a fight with them and they have these regrets, you know. And I feel like that's like the driving story for a lot of characters wanting to like try to get in touch, like any kind of show where there's some kind of a cult, you know, and they want to do a story where someone wants to get in touch with their, you know, loved ones that have passed. I feel like not every time, obviously, but almost every time they go with the story of, well, we had this huge fight before they passed and I feel bad, you know. So I don't know. It didn't hit as home for me because all I could think about was how cliche of a story plot that was. But, you know, when I think about it, I still feel bad for her. You know, she's a young kid that lost her mom, you know, when she was still young. And, you know, getting into a fight, she obviously blames herself for getting into, like, this stupid argument and stuff like that. And wants to try to make amends. So I get it, you know. Obviously, I say it's cliche, yet I would feel the exact same way if I happened to get into a fight with my mom right before she passed, you know? That would be horrible. I can't even imagine, you know? Like, hell, there's times where I go, like, one conversation where I feel like I don't say something right, and I feel like shit, let alone if it, you know, happens and I can't apologize later or something, you know, But yeah, that was unfortunate, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to what happens in the next episode. Honestly, if it is 112, as long as I'm not wrong about that number, does that mean that this arc wraps up next episode? Or is the recap episode in the middle of this arc, which would be weird. I'm not going to try to metagame it. I'm just going to let the story show me what happens. So you guys don't have to answer that one in the comments. I'll figure it out as I watch. But yeah, that's interesting. I could be off on the number too, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with this weird cult thing in the middle of nowhere that is abducting 20 people at once for some kind of thing. But yeah, we're not going to know until next episode, and I don't really think I have anything else to say. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also check out my Patreon if you want to see the next episode. Right now, you can do that on there. The link is in the description, or you go to patreon.com/Morthadon. I very much appreciate any support. I also have Patreon exclusives on there that I'm watching Soul Eater and Violet Evergarden at the moment. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.